Hi guys, today we are flying with Japan Airlines or JAL in their business class cabin from Chicago O'Hare Airport, Terminal 3 to Tokyo Haneda Airport, also Terminal 3. And this is JAL flight number 9 on the Boeing 777-300ER. These JAL Business Class Sky Suites lie flat into a bed for each person, and they have plenty of leg room when seated in the upright position. They actually give you a full instruction booklet on the features of the seats and how to use the controls. The seats in business class are in a 2-3-2 configuration, but everyone actually has direct aisle access since the seats are staggered in that configuration. You can see here, even though I have a window seat, I can still squeeze out of my seat with this small aisle to go to the bathroom without disturbing my neighbor. And if you are on the window, you're going to find your storage compartment on top of the seat behind your head, which is a little bit annoying. But if you're on one of the aisle seats, your storage cubby is right next to you, which is nice. Each seat has some noise canceling headphones that they provide that you can use during the flight, not to take with you. And then you get these cute amenity kits that each have different designs. Inside, you get a lot of goodies that you can take home with you. Here we have first some earplugs to use for the flight or use anytime during your trip. Then a pack of tissues, a sleeping mask, which could be helpful if the time change in Japan is causing some sleeping issues, which it did for me. And then you have a toothbrush, which is actually at every hotel we went to in Japan. They also provide toothbrushes. Then I get to this contraption that takes me some time to figure out what it actually does. I really had no idea at first. Maybe you guys can take a guess what it's used for, or maybe you already know and I'm just the only one who didn't know. But my husband had to tell me it's actually a cell phone stand. I don't know why that confused me so much. They also give you a USB charger, which has for the older iPhone a lightning cable, and then if you open it, it turns into a USB-C. This has come in handy throughout all my travels, so I really appreciate that. I fell in love with these in Japan and brought home a bunch of them. It's a gentle steam eye mask, which lightly warms up and relaxes you and helps out if you have a headache, and it helped me sleep during those crazy time differences. You get slippers that you can use on the plane and take with you if you want. I like these because they actually were stretchy and easy to fit if you have larger than a women's size 8 shoe. A lot of people ask me how I'm able to travel business class to so many places, and the honest answer is that I do it with travel hacking using credit card points. So we actually booked these Japan Airlines flights through British Airways website using points. Leave a comment below if you have questions, if you want me to go into more detail, how to do this for your next trip, because it's great if you could fly across the world in comfort like we did. I left my referral link in the description box below for the Chase Sapphire credit cards, and those are usually the best place to start. Keep in mind, getting business class points availability usually means booking your travel very, very early, and sometimes being willing to reposition yourself to a different starting point airport like we did when we left from Chicago instead of New York. They give you a menu that describes all the food courses and available wine and drinks on board. Some parts of the menu are only in Japanese, so if you find that, just move a couple pages ahead and you're going to see it in English. They offer both a Japanese and a Western option for your first meal. In this case, it was lunch. I got the Western meal and my husband got the Japanese so that I could show you both. And now it's time to place our orders and enjoy the first meal of the flight. For an aperitif, we got a nice gin and tonic, some olives and nuts. And then to start the Japanese meal, my husband received a bento box with 6 different small plates to try. And to start the Western meal, I got a salad with cured ham, cheese, scallops, and smoked salmon. Following that, for the main entree, my husband received his Japanese option, which was a braised pork and included miso soup. And I, of course, forgot to fill my main entree of beef tenderloin. We both switched to white wine with dinner and had a banana and mixed berry cobbler for dessert. Later in the flight, I got one of the a la carte options, which they deliver to your seat whenever you're ready. And it included a fruit salad, cheese plate, and a bowl of delicious miso ramen noodles. Other options were beef pastrami sandwich, beef rice bowl, pasta bolognese, or vegetable curry. And here's a look of the layout of the cabin and the configurations while the lights are dimmed at night. On our approach, you can see Mount Fuji in the distance of this shot here. And if you sit on the right side of the aircraft, you might have a chance of seeing it yourself. And then it's time to start our descent into Tokyo Haneda Airport after a 12.5-hour plane ride from Chicago to Japan, and at least we were in comfortable seats, and start our 3-week Japan vacation with our first time headed to Japan. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please follow along for more Japan and travel content coming soon. Thanks. Bye.